What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn YouTube shit. Hey man, we are lit, eh? Lit that team, man. Turn. Some motherfucker, eh? Straight hitting outside, big crip in the gang. Straight hitting outside shit, man. Free pass down, free Congo, rush you do your thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Easy days, and know they be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down, always right back. Never let somebody tell you who you are. But also never put yourself in a position you don't belong. Let's stay humble. Let's do a revolution on this moment. Keep Yahweh first. Come to the Black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. We out you. Alright. Boom. Today, some motherfucker today. Straight hitting outside, big crip in the gang. Straight hitting outside shit, man. Gang. Go. Turn up. Hey, man. This is wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know we've been looking at this for a minute, man. There's been a lot of mysterious, you know what I'm saying, hits and murders that been happening, you know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes you just never know who does it, because niggas don't get caught sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It be crazy. Niggas just don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing on certain situations. And you know, this is what we finna talk about. So Sauce Walka got arrested. And then Sayso shooter got arrested. Cause you know one of the shooters got taken out in Houston. The other one was still on the run. Sauce Walka got arrested for he had a speed race chase with one of his cars, and he crashed that bitch. I don't know if I talked about it, but I don't know if y'all remember that. So he coming back, and they trying to get that nigga 2 to 10. But we trying to see what's gonna happen. I hope y'all enjoy these videos, and let's get into it. So we got Sayso shooter arrested. I thought he got murked in Houston.
Hey, what up? Welcome back to Bring the Facts. You know what it is. We in the building. We up. We grinding. Hey, we got a hot trending topic, man. Hot on my desk, man. Hey, the U.S. Marshals, man, they're on a roll right now, man. Hey, they just fucking knocked off the murder suspect, the suspected double shooting suspect, Sauce Walker, and the murder of Sayso. Yup, I think y'all remember that double shooting that went down in broad daylight when them guys hopped out of a brand new Dodge Challenger, like I think 2 guys, and they just opened fire on Sayso. They shot him in the head, and they shot him in the face. Actually, they shot him in the face first, and then they shot him in the head, and they ran up on Sauce Walker and they hit him in his hip or his thigh or something like that. They got shot in the leg, but his shit wasn't critical. He was on crutches for a while. But yeah, this is the guy right here that y'all seen this picture, right? But yeah, they ID'd that guy. Also, let me add, before I get into the article, one of the alleged shooters, he was found dead. They said he was shot dead, execution style. Yeah, so there's only 2 shooters, the driver and this one shooter that's street naming. He goes by KJ. This article is going to be from TMZ, all right? Suspected shooter in Sayso murder, Sauce Walker shooting injury, arrested by U.S. Marshals. Yeah, U.S. Marshals on fire right now. U.S. Marshals have arrested murder suspect in March 2025 shooting in Memphis, double shooting in Memphis that snatched the life of rapper Sayso and left his mentor Sauce Walker critically injured with a gunshot wounds. On Tuesday, authorities finally announced they participated in a joint operation to apprehend 23-year-old Kevin KJ Brown and charge him with first-degree murder, 2 counts of felony criminal attempt murder, 2 2 counts of employing
Shout
a
out to
firearm
Bring
during
the
the
Facts.
commission of a dangerous felony and theft of property. Feds have been on the hunt for Brown for months. A warrant was issued for his arrest back on March 22nd in Shelby County, Tennessee. The U.S. Marshals Service Middle Tennessee Task Force disclosed they worked closely with the Clarksville Police Department, which provided crucial assistance in locating Brown. Sayso was believed to be the intended target of the shooting. He was gunned down near the FedEx Forum in broad daylight. The law enforcement teams tracked Brown to a motel on Wilma Rudolph Road in Clarksville and said he was arrested without incident before taken to the Montgomery County Jail, where he's currently being held in Memphis Police Department with no bail.
That's wild in a bitch.
Another murder suspect, 21-year-old Jaden Danderidge, was found shot dead, execution style, in Houston shortly after the warrants were issued on March 27th.
That's wild.
I told you, the other dude, they off that dude, man. He got killed execution style, man. These dudes, man, I respect these dudes, man, because they're fucking, they're good at their craft. They're merciless. Yeah. I don't know what. There is a rumor. I'm gonna bring this. This is an alleged rumor. There is an alleged rumor that Sayso-P ran off with $200,000 to $250,000 worth of drugs. Yeah, that's what people saying the rumor is, man. I don't know how true that is. I'm not gonna. That's why I said this is an alleged rumor. But that's what they said. They said this dude ran off on the plug, man. That's what the rumors were. A lot of people were saying that. Like,
wild in
they
the
thought
bitch.
you could rob. There was some comments I read on a post, right, of a Sayso-P video somebody did. Anyways, when I was reading it, somebody had a name that was from Tennessee, and he said in the comments, man, he said, man, you think you could run off with that dude, run off on the plug like that, and then come back to Memphis and ain't think shit's gonna happen to you? That's what he said. But that was just a comment. But that dude was from Memphis. He's from that area. How else would that dude know? Yeah,
because man, people didn't know what was really going on until like rumors started getting out.
Ran off on, but I don't think these dudes are gonna talk, man. I don't think if KJ's a shooter. I don't think he's gonna talk, man. What could he really offer, man? He's on the hook for a double attempt a body and 2 attempts, man. Yeah, it's not looking good for this dude, man. He's facing life right now, boy. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know, but if this becomes, I'm gonna tell you this: if they can prove this is a murder for hire, they're gonna upgrade his charges to federal, man. Yeah, murder for hire, that's federal, man.
Well, I mean, if he already got life, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
I can't really say if
this shit getting wild in a bitch.
You can't really judge a book by its cover, you know what I'm saying? This dude, man, I respect these dudes gangster, man, how they coming, man. They coming, they ruthless, they respect the game, and you cross them or you fall out of favor with them, them niggas just whack you and shit. But one of the guys, he took off his mask. Yeah, that's the reason he got caught, man.
Damn,
he took off his fucking mask. Fucking dumbass. Why you taking off your fucking mask?
Yeah, that's wild in the bitch.
Just did a fucking triple shooting, man, with a body attached to that, man. You know what I'm saying? That was real stupid, man.
That's crazy in a bit.
I'm gonna tell you, if he never took off that mask,
he probably would
have never known who he was, man. But they did have the plates, you know what I mean, in that car, man. But I don't know who would do a triple shooting. In broad daylight with their own personal car with the license plate on, which is retarded. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but I don't know. He may hit bad. He got to lay on it. And like I'm gonna say, these are alleged charges. You know what I mean? But this is coincides with the New World Order cashless agenda, man. There's going to be zero crime. For there to be a cashless society, there has to be zero crime. You know what I'm saying? 47, Donald Trump, he's segueing this no crime policy, man. Yeah, he's eradicating that shit, man. Shit went left after the pandemic, man. Bodies started dropping and shit, man. You know, shit got out of control, man. But, you know, it is what it is, man. This is going to be the new world. No more criminals, man. And they even give you you the criminal profile.
The real criminals are the government.
Then
the real criminals, what the fuck you say? You have to be criminals. The government's the criminals, nigga.
That used to be Rastafarian.
The police the criminals. Nigga, what we talking about?
Dreads used to be criminals. And stuff like,
That's gonna try to take the black people back to slaves.
Now they flipped that dread shit. Like dreads, it don't mean wisdom or knowledge no more, or Rastafarian. That shit means criminal now, man. They have a whole criminal profile, man. Dreads, and a lot of these people, they were broke. Like I was saying, a lot of these niggas was broke during the pandemic. They ain't come up. They ain't get no PPP, or they weren't tapped in. They weren't scamming. They weren't, got no drug hustle and shit like that. So these niggas stopped getting haircuts, man. They started growing their dreads out, man. And they associate dreads now with criminal activity. Yeah, dude. Police will stop you, nigga.
They been doing that.
Fucking just
for a long
see
ass time.
Who the fuck you is, nigga. See if you in the streets or in the gang, because you got dread.
Yep, they been doing that, though.
Wisdom no more. Wisdom, knowledge, Rastafari.
They been doing that for long.
It don't mean that shit no more, man.
That's when you go to prison, make you cut your dreads, because they know it brings power, low key.
But if he go in the state, he's gonna have to cut his shit. If he goes to the feds, he can keep those dreads, man. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. He made his bet. He got laying there, man. It is what it is. Like I was saying during the pandemic and shit. Like, I know how to cut hair and shit. I'm not a barber, but I learned how to cut hair. But anyways, man, I noticed a lot of my friends and people I see in the streets, they wasn't getting haircuts, man, during the pandemic.
That's kind of cooked during that time.
Because
you had to cut your own shit.
Money to get haircuts, they couldn't afford that shit, man. Haircuts went up to like they're hucking $30-$40.
They had to go to your own crib. They had to come to your crib and get your haircut.
It's like 100, man. They want 100, man. Hell yeah, nigga, just for a fade.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, these niggas was broke, man. They ain't have money to get haircuts, man. Like I said, dreads now, it mean criminal. It don't mean Rastafari.
It been meaning that, though. That's what they've been trying to say, man.
It don't mean that shit no more. That Bob Marley, People One Love shit, it don't mean that. It mean criminal now, man. It's a criminal profile. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Peace.
Hey, man, so Sauce Walka got hit with a felony or something.
A top story tonight on Fox26Houston.com. Houston rapper Sauce Walka is facing charges for leading police on a high-speed chase. Court documents say that the rapper, whose real name is Albert Walker Mundane, is charged with evading arrest. Law enforcement says that Mundane was driving 130 miles per hour for more than 2 miles until he crashed his vehicle. His first court appearance is scheduled for tomorrow.
Let's do a little more reading before we get into it. Roll it. Houston rapper Sauce Walka leads police on high-speed chase before crashing vehicle. Houston, the leader of a popular rap label, Sauce Walka, was arrested and charged after leading police on a short, high-speed chase in Houston. According to court documents, the 33-year-old rapper, whose real name is Albert Walker Mundane, was charged with evading arrest with a vehicle on Wednesday. His bond was set at $15,000. According to court records, Mundane led police on a 130 miles per hour chase for over 2 miles until he crashed his vehicle. Mundane is expected to appear in court on Friday. Sauce Walka's criminal past. In 2018, during an interview with KPRC2 Investigates reporter Robert Arnold, Mundane admitted he's had past trouble. In 2009, Houston police wrote he went by AWOL and was a member of a criminal street gang called Mad Smoke.
Crazy.
Court records show he was charged with shooting and wounding a person on the Texas Southern University campus during a concert. Leader of popular rap label, The Sauce Factory, responds to gang accusations. Court documents read Mundane eventually pled guilty to deadly conduct and served out his community supervision. After that, Mundane said he put that life behind him. That was just me being a younger myself, and I have matured and grown up to a man now, and I have family, and I take care of a lot of people, and I do just business now, Mundane said in 2018. Then, all of a sudden, we see Sauce Walka coming back in. They said 15,000, big 1.5. Now they put it up to 35,000.
That's what they do.
Check it out.
For a Houston rapper accused of leading police
SH00TA,
on a
nigga, they sharks.
that reached speeds of up to 130 miles per hour, Sauce Walka, whose real name is Albert Walker Mundane, went before a judge this morning. His bond was increased from $15,000 to $35,000.
Insane.
And he was taken back into custody. On Wednesday, a deputy saw him run a red light off Homestead Road. He then tried to pull him over, but says Mundane sped away and eventually crashed. Mundane is not allowed to drive while this case is pending.
Damn.
And that leads us to the title of What the Hell Happened. Sauce Walka pleads guilty to leading police on a 130-mile-per-hour high-speed
But they trying to get this little kid
Sauce Walka pleads guilty to
who was leading the police on a high-speed chase on a scooter. They trying to get that nigga 15 years.
On October 16th, Sauce Walka, born Albert Mundane, appeared in Harris County, Texas court for his plea hearing, a day after he missed the hearing and a judge issued a warrant for his arrest. After explaining that the missed court date was due to miscommunication between his team, Sauce pleaded guilty to evading police and was given 2 years of a type of probation called deferred adjudication. He must also complete 50 hours of community service and send a $500 payment to the Houston Area Women's Center. What the hell for? What? Sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. If Sauce violates the terms of his agreement, he faces a prison sentence of 2 to 10 years. The case stems from an incident on December 7, 2023, where police observed Sauce Walka running a red light on Homestead Road in North Harris County. When the deputy tried to pull him over, Sauce sped away in a 2021 Jeep Tracker and led authorities on a pursuit for over 2 miles, reaching speeds of 130 miles. Sauce eventually lost control of his vehicle, crashed, and was taken into custody. He was out on a $35,000 bond. XXL has reached out to Sauce Walka's attorney for comment. The conclusion of the case comes 4 months after Sauce was honored with his own day, June 29th, by Houston officials for his local charity events, school events, local outreach, and philanthropic. I like to say philanthropic, but I definitely know how to say philanthropic. Anyways, impact throughout the city. So, there y'all go. Now, look.
Damn.
Pros and cons, right? Everything is always pros and cons. The pros is he ain't going to jail. No jail time, no prison time, no nothing. A little bit of community service. If I'm him, shoot, I'm about to make it look good. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm going straight up to where places where I can farm, where it looks like, I don't even say where it looks like, but actually where I'm learning, where I can help, like real live freaking, dare I say, agriculture. Now, Nash, what are you talking about agriculture, bruh? Like, what the hell does this have to do with this? Eventually, all these rappers have to know, bruh, your state is a resource. If the city is willing to give you a day, sorry, y'all, my hands is ashy as hell. If the city is able to give you a day, then, bruh, the city is able to help you get contracts. One of the things about Houston is that it's a gorgeous city and a beautiful city. So I'm hoping Buddy can take this time to elevate his mindset and get into farming. Because, bruh, the stuff that he's doing, the strip clubs and the music and all that crap, bruh, that can get you in trouble right there. He doesn't know, but anything that happens around him is all on him. If they can figure out a way to tie him into any damn thing, and I mean anything, let somebody get punched on and they got a TSF jacket on or some BS like that, bro. Like, it is what it is. He has to make sure that, one, his whole entire operation is completely different. 2, and I need people to understand this, they said 2 to 10. What happens if he does something small, minimal? Buddy going to jail. Pardon me, prison. You're going to prison. Anything you do will lead up to prison. So now we got to sit here and wait and see if Sauce Walka is dumb or smart. Because what's happening a lot is these artists know as well as I do, as well as anybody who's ever been in trouble. But that probation, for like the first couple of months, you're like, yeah, all right, tighten the ship up. I tightened the ship up, sure did. Hey, man, captain's selling the ship right. Then, you start to kind of feel yourself a little bit. To the point where you might have got away with here's and there's, ran a red light, did some BS or something like that that could have led to a whole lot of trouble, and there you go. If Sauce Walka doesn't fly straight, bruh, it's going to be over. And the reason why I read the stuff on his past is so that you guys can see he ain't all out of the woodworks with behaving like an idiot. Running a red light, bruh. Now,
that's kind of crazy.
Depending on the time, we've all wanted to run the red light.
You never know somebody not trying to run on you with a Draco.
Never. Now, somebody could say, well, Sadie Nash, Sauce Walka actually could be smarter than you think. Maybe Buddy knew to crash that car, and since he crashed that car, he all knocked out and all that stuff. Maybe they drug his butt to the hospital and all this stuff, and he played like he was dead, so he didn't get a DUI or something. Hell if I know. If he did that, man, that man genius would be unmatched. Is it possible? Hell yeah, it's possible. Niggas know what to do. Be fair. Cats know what to do all the time as far as getting away with crime. It's just getting away part is the hardest part. The execution of getting away with it is the hardest part. Not doing it. It's doing it and not get caught. But what does this mean for Sauce Walka? Nothing. Just gotta fly straight. Be more aware. And that's that. But just know, if you mess up, bro, that prison system that they gonna throw you in Texas, you was what, 36, 35? 5 more years, you get prison, bro. You come out as a 40-year-old rapper. I'm sorry. The 40-year-old rappers who are still in the spotlight, it's because they're still doing music. Now, I could give you the case and study of like a Max B who went in and he was wavy. You feel me? He at one point in time said he didn't want to do music and record music behind them jail walls. But eventually he had to, and it still never hit the same. The translation for Sauce Walka is this: switch up your crew, bro. Switch it all up. Now, I know people like Mike Fofo and all these cats, they'll see these titles, they don't watch the video, they gonna inbox me, bro, you hating on Sauce Walka? You said he sacrificed rappers and all this shit. I never said that, bro. I never said that. What I said was, this is what the internet is saying. So if anybody from TSF is watching this and about to get in my inbox and call me all type of haters, they don't make threats on me, trust me. They don't make threats. They just call me a hater and all of this bullshit. But it is what it is. But I'm rooting for Sauce Walka. I actually, me personally, and I know that's going to be hard to believe, I actually like Sauce Walka's rapping. I like his ability to rap. I think he's highly underrated. The issue with Sauce Walka, in my opinion, is he is very self-unaware. So we'll see what happens. But they banking on you to mess up, bro.
Most definitely.
I didn't see anything that said anything about his driving privileges being suspended or anything like that. But if they are, bruh, it ain't worth it, bro. They are going to try to violate you for anything. I know somebody who is a big-time rapper who has been on probation for a while, and y'all ain't heard a peep out of him. That nigga, he don't post on social media. He don't do anything. I call him like every 2-3 months. Like, hey, brother, you good? Yeah, I'm just in the gym, bro. I'm just working out. I'm just chilling. I'm just doing my thing, eating right, eating healthy. All right, you gonna rap ever again? Man, look, I don't want to get right in the gun. Nigga, like, bro, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to rap. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to stay in this house, get healthy, chill out, don't do nothing or anything like that. Who that rapper is, I'll reveal it when he's off of probation. But until then, man, y'all let me know your thoughts on this. Do y'all think Sauce Walka has the mental capacity to stay out of the spotlight? Or do you believe like me? That boy walking on so many eggshells, bruh. He might mess around and F around and find out. Actually, I don't even believe that. I think he gonna fly straight. Don't let me do that. Yeah, because then I would be a damn hater. So, nah. We ain't finna do all that shit. But shout out Sauce Walka, bruh. Just keep to the grindstone, man. Probation is a bitch. Trust me, I know.
Sometimes trouble can find you, man.
I can't even tell you. Anyways, I'll catch y'all the next one. Click right here to see how YoungBoy they gonna kill.
Okay, Trade 600, 3600.
They just caught the second suspect of the Sauce Walka Sayso P shooting.
They caught him?
Yeah, they caught him. Remember, they found the first one. He died in Houston.
Oh, yeah, no. Don't do that, Trey. Don't do that. It wasn't no dying. Shit. You know, when you die, you're in the hospital and you're going through. That's dying. Now, let's try this one again. Now, what happened to him?
Well, he got killed in Houston.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. And so now they just caught the second person. So
it was a second one to it.
Yeah.
Damn. So niggas, it take two niggas to kill one man now.
It was two people though.
Well, it took about like 5 or 10 to kill Dolph.
Yeah.
It took like 10 to 20 to kill Big Chuck. So the setups be real, man. They be coming from around the world, man. You know, and you never know who involved on nuts, man. But I guess one thing about them folks, in interrogations, they gonna find out what's going on. By the time they sit you in front of them, they know all the answers before they ask you the question. They know all the answers. I think I did a nice job on my haircut today. But yeah. But that's called get down. You know, one thing about when you do wrong, you ain't gonna go far. When you do wrong, you ain't gonna go. You take that from me. I always thought I got away with a whole lot.
Yeah.
I always thought I just knew. Yeah, 5 years ago. I was sitting in jail one time on militant unit in Amarillo, Texas. I was on the militant unit, and all of a sudden I got a bench warrant. I'm like, bench warrant? They say bench warrant, you back to the county. I said, for what? I already got my time. And so the police called me and said over to the county. He said, let me tell you something. The only reason you get a bench warrant is you want to go get some more time. I said, what? Hell no, you gotta be kidding. I'm going to get some more time? For what? I ain't did nothing. Then the man picked me up, he said, well, only you know what you done did. I said, oh, shit. So I started thinking about what could I have done? And then play in your head. And I'm thinking, you know, I ain't did nothing. I mean, what could I have done, nigga? I'm being bench warrant. And the man told me the only reason you're being bench warrant is to go get some more time. You going back to for what? Bitch, I did all mine before I got here. I got a possession of a controlled substance with the intent to deliver a manufactured drug. I don't have no other choice. Man, don't you know them people looked at me like I'm a lie? Yeah, right. You heard me?
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what you did. And I'm like, what did I do?
They're trying to throw some shit on you.
Man, I ended up getting bench warranted, man. These people got me all the way down there, man. And I sitting there, I had already been down on militant unit by like 9 months already. I'm waiting to go. I'm trying to go to the penitentiary, bitch. I need to send me to prison. And I get in there and the officer named Mr. Martinez walk in. Shout out to Mr. Martinez. That's how he said his name. I'm Mr. Martinez. I said, God, all right, what's up, Mr. Martinez? He said, I'm the homicide detective. Who? He said, the homicide detective. I had you bench warranted. I'm the one that had you bench warranted back down in the county. And so the man went through a motherfucking murder case, started talking about, man, you know East really? Yeah, my brother got a shot right there in the thing. He said, yeah. He said, right. He said, well, right there where you're talking about, in that shop parking lot right there, we found a man dead inside a PT Cruiser. Dead inside a PT Cruiser. And? Okay. All right, so what? I didn't see nothing. Well, we're not saying you seen nothing. We got 4 witnesses saying you're the shooter. I said, what?
4 witnesses?
This man said, he said he already got 4 witnesses.
That's
saying
insane.
that I'm the shooter.
4 witnesses?
You gotta be crazy. He said, yeah. He said, August the 13th, you walked up and you shot the man. I said, nigga, I've been locked up since August the 7th. He said, no, Mr. Demers. No, Mr. Demers. And I said, shit. I said, he got killed when? He said, August the 13th. And how can I kill him when I'm in here? He said, Mr. Demerson, you weren't booked in Santa County until the 13th. You was booked in the county on the 14th, Mr. Demerson, something like that. I said, who was? I said, no, nigga. I said, I'm pretty sure I know when I got arrested.
Glass.
I mean, you can say a whole bunch of, but I'm not pretty sure. I'm positively sure I got arrested the day I said I got arrested. It's my motherfucking life. Don't you know I know when he all took me to jail? Man told me no, man. I went to jail August 8, man. I mean, August 7, nigga. So the man, Mr. Martinez, he looked at me and said, no, man, we got 4 witnesses that you're the shooter, man. We found the man dead in the PT Cruz with gunshot wounds to the head sitting there. We got 4 people identified you as being the shooter. I said, well, shit. Man, I said, I know this ain't happening, nigga. How did nigga? I said, wait a minute. He said, well, hold on, Mr. Dempsey, hold on. So he got on his little old phone, he walked off, he quit talking. You know how make you feel like you strange. They still talking on their phone, they keep looking at you. Yeah. Kept looking at me. I'm like, man, this shit, man, I'm mad. I'm fucked up. Nigga, I'm scared. Nigga, I ain't killed nobody, no PT Cruiser. You got a nigga say that? I ain't killed nobody in a PT Cruiser. I haven't. Not that I did. But anyway, to make a long story short, the detective came back down, he sat down. He said, Mr. Demers, that little old phone up to him. He said, today must be your lucky day. And what is it? He said, yeah, I checked that record that you say you was booked in August.
Wow.
Yeah, I booked in August 7th. Shit. He said, yeah, but you didn't get booked into the county till August the 14th. In Turkey. Yeah, I said, I had to do
wow, so you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. You was drugged the fuck up. They would have threw that shit on your ass.
Shit. Mr. Martinez. Shit. Sit there fucking with me. He said, yeah, I'm going to ship you on back to your prison. Now, yeah, please do, motherfucker.
Damn.
God damn. That's in my Richard Pryor word. Please do, motherfucker.
Nigga, I would ask, give me some time off, bitch.
Shit. Dry ass got me scared. Nigga done gave me a heart attack. Nigga done gave me a whole ulcer. You understand me? I got a whole ulcer and I start bleeding out. I'm worried. You know, when you're worried, you get ulcers, man. Shit. I got a dime-sized hole in my goddamn stomach fucking with this hole. You understand me? Because I'm trying to find out what the fuck I done did. And then, what fucked me up, when the bailiff came back to get me, the bailiff was finna send me back to the prison. They gon' Mr. Martinez, he had dismissed my case. They're gonna letting the people know they're gonna ship me back to TDC. And I probably leave before the weekend. And on next Monday on the first chain coming out Monday. I said, yeah, man, appreciate it. Thank you. And they said, Demerson, you going back to IRO? I said, IRO? No, bitch, I'm on B block, ho. I'm not going to IRO. IRO is insane asylum. He said, yeah, they send you to IRO. So the man stopped by this motherfucking IRO. This man finna take me to the left, man. This ain't my block y'all just brought me out for, man, when y'all came to bring me down and talk to this chick. I stay down there. He said, and what is your name doing on the wall right here? I said, I don't know. Shit. But I'm down there. And so he looked at the other police officer like, I said, ask that police man. I said, look at God. Hey. Say, man, tell this man what block you got me out for. Man, trying to throw me in the hole right here, man. And so the guard yelled inside the cell. There's a long hall. He yelled down that strip. He said, look out, Percy. Somebody said, yeah. He said, well, hold on. He said, how is it a Percy Demerson on this board in the institution in this motherfucking lockup, and it's a Percy Demerson on B board? I said, man, I have no idea. I just came from the
penitentiary. So they're trying to get you. Damn, so they're trying to get you another nigga charge.
He said, Percy? He said, yeah. He said, you know who this man is? I said, I'm trying to see who that nigga is. And he said, yeah, that's my daddy. I said, my son? I said, what the fuck? I said, Percy Jr.? He said, hey, daddy. I said, oh, hell no. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing in here?
Damn.
Oh, no. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing in here? And especially back here in the crazy house, what the fuck is you doing in here? He said, yeah, man, your son fucked up, man. One nigga stuck his finger down there, bitch, some nigga finger halfway off, man. I said, what? My son? Percy. I said, can I talk to him? He said, no, we can't let you do that.
Might bite your head off.
I was like, man. I said, well, that's my motherfucker. I said, I'm gonna go back to the penitentiary. I didn't even know my son was in jail, niggas. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Damn.
That was some crazy shit right there. That's the wildest experience I ever had. Anyway, back to the mission at hand. Talk to me, Trey. Sayso.
All right, we're gonna say wait.
Trey 600, hey, this the drop right here. If you ain't with it, you getting dropped, baby. Get with it before you get left behind, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Shit, what it do to see a GM at ATX, you know what I'm saying? Got my 6 white girls in the condo. Get her.
So this is they got new details on what's going on, man. This shit getting crazy.
Nah, like I said, the gun had jammed up. I was on foot walking up, and you coming out the house.
What's that young dog? Gun jamming.
And the gun, Mr. Go in there, gave me had jammed up. I had to joke him.
Oh shit. So they don't be cleaning this shit.
Music. You let me hear music. Well, what you doing? Trey Boogie. What you doing?
That's dog.
What are you doing?
They gonna talk about dog and Sayso
You
next.
let me hear music. Well, what you doing? Trey Boogie. What you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I thought you were gonna let them hear music. You let me hear music? Well, what you doing?
Yeah, they got $10 million bond on the murder.
State of Tennessee, Shelby County. Now, before we read this hell of an affidavit recap, we know what happened. Sauce Walka was shot at the West End. Sayso lost his life. But in this affidavit that we about to read, we know one of the suspects was found dead in Houston in the back of Macy's, dumped like some trash. We know they just arrested another suspect. That's 1 out of 4 or 5 suspects, right? So somebody about to tell. But let's read this affidavit and look at y'all just check this out. I don't know how to explain it, but when we read it, these are the crash dummies, right? Let's go. On Saturday, March the 3rd, March 22, 2025, March the 22nd, 2025, at 14:40 hours, that would be 2:40. Memphis police officers responded to a shooting call at the West End Hotel at 170 George W. Lee Avenue. When officers arrived on scene, they located 2 males suffering from gunshot wounds. A male, later identified as Albert Mundane, a.k.a. Sauce Walka, had a wound to his left leg and was transported to Regional 1 Hospital in critical condition. The second male, tentatively identified as Latorian Hunt, a.k.a. Sayso was lying unresponsive in the roadway between 2 vehicles, suffering from several gunshot wounds consistent with gunfire. Sayso was pronounced deceased on the scene by Memphis Fire Department paramedic at 2:49. Sayso's death
this out for these crash dummies, right? Savannah's video was recovered from the West End Hotel in the parking garage west of the scene. The video shows a white Dodge Charger with a black hood, black spoiler, sunroof, dark color rims, and dark tinted windows drive west past the hotel at 2:35. The Dodge then parks west of the hotel on the south side of the street, waiting for the victims to come outside. When the victims exit the hotel front doors and approached a black Cadillac SUV parked at the curb, the Dodge Charger begins moving towards them. The Dodge stops next to the Cadillac, and 3 masked men exit the Dodge from the rear and front passenger side. The rear and front passenger side. Now y'all check that out, right? The rear, that's 2 from the back and 1 from the front passenger side. Keep listening. The men approached the victim from the west and south, armed with a pistol and 2 rifles. The suspects were then seen shooting at the victims, with a 4th suspect still inside the vehicle, the driver, right? Shooting from the rear driver's side window of the Dodge. Now, how does that happen? Y'all can figure that out. 2 out the back, 1 out the driver's side. Y'all can figure that out. Still inside the vehicle, shooting from the rear driver's side window.
Oh, so they were shooting from the
Dodge.
Oh,
shit. The driver leaned back and out the back window.
Oh, so there's another nigga shooting.
The suspects then got back into the Dodge Charger and fled the scene.
They're making sure they get the job done.
Passing several more surveillance cameras and traffic cameras as they fled the downtown area. Additional cameras were reviewed, and the vehicle was tracked to the gas station at 843 Mississippi Boulevard. Now, I know this area so well because I used to stay in Foot Homes that I can show y'all the back roads they hit when they left this BP. Right? Real top. Additional cameras were reviewed, and the vehicle was tracked to the gas station at 843 Mississippi Boulevard in Memphis, Tennessee at 2:29. So this is before they went down there, because they drove past at 2:35. The West End, they drove past the West End 2:35. They left this BP at 2:29. 9 minutes before the homicide.
Damn.
Video from that business was recovered, and investigators were able to verify specific identifiers and a damage profile for the vehicle. Now check this crash dummy number 1. A male exited the Dodge and entered the BP carrying a rifle with a wooden foregrip. The male purchased a ski mask from the clerk, and cameras captured a clear view of his face and clothing. He went in there with the damn same gun he used and bought a ski mask on camera. The Dodge left the gas station at 2:31. License plate readers, y'all better take heed. They got license plate readers.
We know that.
License plate readers along the route aided investigators in obtaining a temp tag number displayed on the rear of the vehicle. Investigators researched recently stolen vehicles that matched the description. Investigators located a report taken on January the 29th, 2025, where a similar Dodge Charger belonging to Maurice Wiggins was reported stolen, but not yet recovered. So they stole it on January 29th. The stolen 2021 Dodge Charger had also been stolen previously and later recovered by Memphis police. All right, Maurice Wiggins, we're gonna have to light your ass up because how you gonna get the same car stolen 2 times? You might be in on it. I ain't saying you, but how you gonna get the same car stolen 2 times?
Damn.
And 2 different crimes. We'll get back to you later, Maurice.
Must have been a nice looking car.
These photos, all right, where we at? And previously later recovered by Memphis police. Upon its last recovery, officers took photos of the charger. These photos were compared to images taken from surveillance video from the area where the shooting occurred and the gas station. The Charger had the same paint scheme, markings, and damage profile as the suspected Charger used in the homicide of Sayso P. Investigators received information from Shelby County Deputy Ray, who advised that on March the 18th, 2025, at approximately 0200 hours, he was flagged down while on patrol in the Northwood Hills neighborhood in Shelby County, Tennessee. A concerned citizen told Deputy Ray that a stolen white wide-body Scat Pack Dodge Charger was being stored inside the garage of 4830 Mystic Lake Drive within that same neighborhood. A concerned citizen. The citizen also stated the vehicle initially had no tag, but now has a fraudulent temporary tag on it. Investigators researched the temp tag number through license plate reader databases and found that the suspect vehicle was captured on March the 22nd, 2025 at 3:03. This is the same day. 3:03, I think. Yep, 3:03.
And he just showed us how the road they went down to get caught at.
It was traveling northbound into the neighborhood.
That's insane, bitch.
Towards Mystic Lake Drive. That location is approximately 30-minute drive from the homicide scene of Sayso P. So they picked it up on the way back after they did the hit. Location data for the 2021 Dodge Charger was obtained through a search warrant. The historical data showed the vehicle was in the area of the homicide at the time of the shooting. It was in the area of Northwood Hills and Idris Central at the time it was captured by the license plate reader, and its last location being near 4830 Mystic Lake Drive on March the 22nd, 2025 at 3:07 p.m. Data shows the vehicle traveled directly from the homicide scene to 4830 to the area of 4830 Mystic Lake.
Here's a game changer on how to make
area of 4830 Mystic Lake Drive. Investigators received information from Memphis officer G. Bullock that the suspect vehicle was at Abe's Gun Shop, 2564 Appleton Road, on Friday, March the 21st, the day before the homicide. Investigators were able to recover video from the gun shop showing the Dodge Charger arriving on Friday, March the 21st at 2:06 p.m. This location was again corroborated by the historical vehicle location data. Video shows Jaden Dandridge. That's the one that they found in Houston, threw in a pile of trash in the back of the old Macy's.
Damn.
Right. Inside, the video shows Jaden Dandridge inside the business purchasing a black with tan wood 7.62 Micro Draco for $950. So he done bought the gun the day before for $950.
Damn, that's easy. Well, a Draco for $950, bitch.
As seen in the gas
station Micro Draco? Only $1?
On 843 Mississippi Boulevard. Two others also exited the Dodge and come inside the business. The other two crash dummies. Investigators were able to identify Kevin Brown Jr.
That's
birthday, April the 1st, 2002. store with them. They leave the gun store at 3:32.
These niggas like 24, 25. This ain't like for nothing.
Six-person lineup of Kevin Brown Jr. to E. Roach. Brown was positively identified as the person she knows as KJ.
Why would you take your mask off?
E. Roach.
Like it was sweet.
Six-person lineup to E. Roach. Whoever E. Roach is. Brown was positively identified as the person she knows as KJ, and also the driver of the Dodge Charger when it arrived at 4830 Mystic Lake Drive after the homicide. So he's the one that was shooting out the driver's side back window. The driver. That's who they got arrested now. Kevin Brown Jr.
Oh, he's the driver.
Video recovered from the South City Apartments shows the Dodge Charger in the complex parked in front of 433 Foot Lane on March 21st, 2025.
Why would they try to keep the car?
After the gun store visit the day before.
Oh, okay.
This is the day before. So they went to the Old Foot Homes. The video shows Jaden Dandridge and Kevin Brown Jr. exit the Dodge Charger and enter 433 Foot Lane, apartment 104. They can be seen carrying items from the trunk of the Dodge into the apartment. The Dodge Charger was in the complex again on the day of the homicide, 3/22/2025, at 2:24. Kevin Brown Jr. comes out of 433 Foot Lane, apartment 104, and gets into the driver's seat. He drives himself and 4 others to the gas station. So there was 5. So there's 5 of them. So, all right, we getting it. He drives himself and 4 others to the gas station, then to the homicide scene, and then back to where the concerned citizen told him there was a stolen car over here in the garage, 4830 Mystic Lane, where he, Kevin, was observed driving the Dodge Charger. All right, so that's when they switched, I guess. Further review of the video recovered from the scene of the homicide showed the driver window of the Dodge Charger rolled down, and the driver fired several gunshots at the victims, resulting in serious injury of Albert Mundane, Sauce Walka, and the death of Latorian Hunt, Sayso P. Now there y'all have it. I'm gonna holler at y'all a little later on. We finna go do another deep dive on some of these characters and link some more shit up. Cause I smell a rat. Like, share, subscribe, I will support Cash App, dog.
So it was only a matter of time this nigga's gonna get caught. He was blasted all over the fucking internet.
Well, some new information right now about the shooting of a Houston area rapper Sauce Walka, who was shot in the leg in Memphis just this past Saturday.
Memphis police say suspect Jaden Dandridge was found dead in Houston.
They killed that
the warrant
nigga.
for his arrest is now canceled. Police are now searching for 22-year-old Kevin Brown, who's been charged with murder and other crimes.
They found him.
The streets are talking, and what they're saying, it's messy, scary, and straight out of a crime thriller. A rising Memphis rapper, Sayso P, was gunned down in broad daylight outside a luxury hotel. His close friend and rap mentor, Sauce Walka, got hit too, but survived with a bullet to the foot. What happened after that? Chile. Now one of the shooters is dead, and it's got the internet buzzing with theories, from street justice to silent payback to retaliation disguised as karma. New surveillance footage just hit the web, showing the moment Jaden Dandridge, the alleged gunman, was captured just minutes before the hit. And now, not long after those pictures made the news, he's been found lifeless in Houston. Another man, Kevin Brown, is still on the run, but let the streets tell it, he may already be unalive too. Just not officially confirmed yet. And it only gets messier because all eyes are now turning to Sauce Walka himself. Is he grieving his artist, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let's get into it. So here's what we know. On March 22nd, At exactly 2:42 p.m., Memphis police responded to a targeted shooting at 170 Lieutenant George W. Lee Avenue, right outside the Westin Hotel. And listen, this wasn't no random shootout. This was a hit, calculated, cold, and executed in the middle of a busy afternoon. 27-year-old Latorian Hunt, a.k.a. Sayso P, was pronounced dead on the scene. His mentor, 34-year-old Albert Mondane, better known in the rap world as Walka, was rushed to Regional 1 Health with injuries. According to reports, Sauce was shot in the foot during the chaos, but somehow managed to escape with his life.
R.I.P. Sayso P, man.
R.I.P. Sayso P, man. Sauce alaikum, sauce salam. Thank you so much, brother. It means so much.
I wish you would have stopped by, but
Memphis PD didn't hold back. They called it exactly what it was, a targeted shooting. That wasn't no beef gone left or street drama bubbling over. That was planned. The hitmen came for blood. But here's the wildest part. There were multiple shooters, and one of them didn't even have the decency to wear a mask. Now this next part, it had the whole internet like, he really thought he was slick? Because CCTV footage dropped shortly after the shooting, and guess who was caught in 4K? Jaden Dandridge, 21 years old. 21 years old, no mask, no disguise, just casually walking into the getaway vehicle like this wasn't a first-degree case waiting to happen. The man was straight up on camera moments before bullets started flying.
Crimes. The shooting happened March 22nd outside the Westin Hotel.
So that
Anyone with information on Brown's whereabouts should call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH.
Police didn't waste time. They pushed his image
Hell
across
no, we
every
want
news
that type
outlet
of
they
money
could
on,
find.
nigga. Fuck
Social media
no.
picked
That's
it
real
up.
dirty
Crime
money on.
pages ran with it, and soon everybody knew Jaden was a wanted man.
Oh, so
But
Jaden,
before
that was
police could even
Jaden.
slap the cuffs on him, he was gone.
How the fuck
And
is
not
my
on the
Kevin?
run, gone. We mean found dead in Houston. And just like that, the shooter became the victim. The hunter became the hunted. And that's when things started spiraling out of control.
So the one in the mask must be
Jaden
Kevin.
Dandridge's death didn't happen in some wild shootout with cops. No high-speed chase, no last stand. Just found dead, quiet, quick, cold. People are now wondering, did someone take him out to keep him quiet? Because remember, Jaden was the only confirmed suspect at the time. And folks in the streets were already whispering that if police caught him, he might snitch. I bet since he got caught on camera, they smoked him so he wouldn't snitch on who dropped the bag on Sayso P. Another even suggested, hit while picking up his hit money? Why go to Houston otherwise? If that's not a theory, I don't know what is. But it makes sense. If someone paid to have Sayso P gone, the last thing they needed was Jaden singing to the police. And if that's the case, this wasn't just revenge. This was damage control. So listen, after Sayso P got dropped outside that hotel, it didn't take long for the rumor mill to start spinning. The number one question on everybody's mind, who dropped the bag? Because let's keep it real, this didn't feel like no random shooting. This felt personal, calculated, and most importantly, funded. Word on the street is that if Jaden Dandridge had been arrested instead of smoked, he would have folded fast. And if he started snitching, the whole operation could have crumbled. So instead of risking that, someone may have cut him off early. Now here's where it gets extra messy. Some street whispers are pointing at Walka. Allegedly, Sayso was interfering with business, either getting too flashy or bringing heat. And let's be honest, Sayso wasn't moving low-key, flashing stacks, buzzing on the net, getting attention that not everybody wanted. It's easy to imagine somebody higher up wanting him out the picture. People are saying Sauce might have got out the way just in time and caught a light injury to sell the story. Now, whether it's a fact or not, we don't know. But in the world of street politics, where money, loyalty, and survival all collide, anything's possible. And just hours after Jaden Dandridge's body was found, face down, executed style in the parking garage, Walka hits the gram like nothing happened. He's posted up inside the Houston Methodist ER, holding stacks of cash, smiling, icy chain on full display. The caption, Goku aka Splakarat, Ultra Instinct, TSF Business Kyaksh Splatdown. Now at first glance, it might look like a regular flex post, but then you realize he soundtracked it with Tupac's Hail Mary. Yes, that Hail Mary. The same one that's been associated with revenge and death since the 90s. But then, he deletes the song, switches the music, which made it look even more suspicious. And then, No Jumper reposts it, and the comments lit on fire. Why he's snitching on himself, though? He want to feel like he had something to do with it reaching. Some of his fans defended him, though. I bet he had nothing to do with that. I feel like the same person who put the bounty is the same person who killed that dude. His picture picture was circulating on the internet as a suspect. They killed him so he wouldn't snitch.
Yeah.
The shooters always snitch on the person who paid them. But a lot of people weren't buying it. The timing was off, the energy was off, and most importantly, it didn't look like grief, it looked like a victory lap. People don't believe in coincidences anymore. Not when bodies are dropping like this.
That's what everybody was talking about. This shit was
people online started connecting. Sauce Walka flew back to Houston less than 48 hours after the Memphis shooting. Jaden was found dead in Houston just 2 days later.
Damn.
The location where Jaden's body was discovered,
Why would you go back to
close
Houston
to
after
area
the
Sauce
shooting
is known to
Walka?
frequent.
That's stupid
Sauce's
as hell.
security team, rumored to include real steppers from Texas with zero tolerance for
That's
disrespect.
stupid as hell.
Now, obviously, there's no proof Sauce was involved in Jaden's death. But let's be real, the timing. There's no proof Sauce was involved in Jaden's death. But let's be real, the timing, the location, the Instagram posts, it's suspicious as hell. And then there's this. Jaden was one of 2 shooters. If Sauce really did retaliate, that means he's still hunting for suspect number 2, Kevin Brown. People are even comparing this case to the deaths of other rappers like King Von, Nipsey Hussle, and XXXTentacion, saying this is just another example of how hip-hop culture has turned into real-life warfare, and fans are just watching the bodies drop. Some are calling for Sauce to be arrested. Others say he's the one who got done dirty, and this was self-defense, just delayed. Now, we gotta talk about Kevin Brown, because this man is like a ghost in the wind. The 22-year-old is the second suspect tied to Sayso P's death, and as of now, still on the run. A full-on warrant has been issued for first-degree redrum, attempted redrum, firearm during a felony, and theft of property. That's not just a list. That's life without parole if it sticks. Now here's where it gets spooky. The streets are saying Kevin might already be dead, but nobody's found his body yet. Some folks swear he got taken out immediately after Jaden, like a cleanup job. No witnesses, no trace, just vanished. Why? Because he might have been the link between Sauce's crew and Jaden's shooter. And if that's true, Kevin was walking around with way too many secrets. And the crazy part? Nobody close to Kevin is talking either. It's like he never existed. But that silence? Yeah, it's real loud. Here's where things go from messy to downright deadly. Because behind all the flashy chains, iced out grills, and rap beefs, there's something darker lurking. Money, street debt, and disrespect. So let's talk motive, because people online are saying Sayso P wasn't just an innocent bystander in all this. Word on the street is that he ran off on the plug, took a bag, flashed it, and went online clowning people who don't play like that. Like one user said, he did not get shot because he didn't check in. Sayso ran off with $200K and was told not to come back to Memphis. But in street politics, that's how you get lined up real quick. Some say it was never about music beef, it was about disrespect. Sayso didn't pay back the plug. He mocked him instead. And once the ops caught wind of where he was, they made the call. Others believe it was deeper than that. They say it was jealousy, mixed with unfinished business. He had enemies that smiled in his face and waited for the right moment to strike. And that's what makes this case so twisted. Because if it really was a setup from people he once trusted, then this wasn't just... It was betrayal wrapped in bullet shells. After days of rumors, speculation, and disrespect flying across social media, Toya Red Wing, Sayso P's mother, had enough. She took to Facebook and made a heartbreaking post that changed the energy of the whole situation. She wasn't here for the lies or the street talk.
But like,
she made it very clear her son was not a thief, and he wasn't the gangster people are trying to paint him as. Haters who were envious killed my baby. People see him with a stack and say anything. She said Sayso was loyal, too loyal to the wrong people. And in the end, that loyalty got him unalived. And Toya's words sparked a whole new conversation. Was Sayso set up by his own people? Was it jealousy in his own circle that led to his death? Or was it just another case of a young black man trying to make it, surrounded by people who didn't want to see him win? But despite all that, the streets are starting to say something real different now. And it's sounding too real. At first, people were pointing fingers at Sauce Walka, like he was the one who brought the smoke. But now the narrative is shifting. Turns out, Sayso P was the one out here flexing heavy. He wasn't moving quiet at all. This man was online, dripping in jewelry, throwing up stacks, taunting his ops, and even dropping his location.
You know what I'm saying? Head to toe, that man. Head to toe, man. I see that boy. I'm all laughing at that boy. Louis, that boy.
Meanwhile, Sauce Walka was chilling, real low-key, not doing the most, not stirring the pot, just minding his business. Word on the street is that when the shooter pulled up, they didn't just spray the car randomly. They recognized Sauce Walka, and that's allegedly why he wasn't lit up like Sayso P. Instead, Sauce caught a shot to the leg and dipped.
They stood over was Walka. And realized it was Walka and said, nah, you good. He knew what he did and ran out.
Oh, they stood over it.
Yeah, then realized it was Walka.
So now people are saying, maybe Sayso had it coming. Not because he deserved it, but because he invited that energy. Now somebody knows exactly what went down. But in the world of hip-hop and the streets, talking isn't an option, even when it's your own people. This is where things get real murky. Because remember, no witnesses have come forward. No one from Sauce's camp has said anything publicly about the shooting details. And the people closest to Sayso, they're either staying silent or posting vague tributes. That's not loyalty, that's fear. The streets run on retaliation, not resolution. If someone steps on your block, you don't dial 911, you spin back. And let's be honest, with how Jaden Dandridge ended up just days later, it's not hard to see why people are choosing silence. We still don't have all the answers, but I still want to hear your thoughts. Who really called that hit on Sayso? What was Jaden even doing back in Houston? Is Kevin Brown out here hiding, or already in the dirt? And did Sauce Walka really slide, or are we all just running with speculation? Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.
Shit crazy.
And while at it,
alright, back. So you see from Trap, bruh, it's kind of hard, bruh. Like, bruh, if you have no mask on and you do a hit, bruh, and you take that bitch off, why take it off? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you gotta be crazy. The other nigga, Kevin, I don't know how they knew it was him. I think he was the one who had the mask on. The nigga who didn't have the mask on got taken out in Houston. You know what I'm saying? But the dude who did have the mask off, they found him eventually. Now I don't know if he gonna snitch on who gave him the money on or what. But it's looking pretty dangerous out here, bro. Also, Sauce Walka. So I'm kind of speculating if he do community service, he don't have to do nothing. Or if he get back to the community, he don't have to do nothing. I don't know, bro. You know, the court system is weird. They say one thing, it's another. They make something out of thin air and give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking with on Percy. They gave that nigga a whole charge when he was locked up. The police will do that. I done got hit with that. I ain't do nothing. I finished everything I did, and somehow they give me some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? That I don't even know how it even happens. I asked the lawyers they give me. They don't even want to tell me what happened. They just want me to get out and I got taken to jail and just go and get out and take what they give me. Like, what the hell? So there's a lot of weird freaky shit that be happening. They be putting charges on niggas and shit. The Sauce Walka shit, man. I don't know how they gonna do it, cause that speed chase, they giving a little kid 15 years for giving a speed race chase with a scooter on an electrical bike. Hey, bro, it's getting crazy out here. They must be broke around this bitch, cause I'm telling you, hood Northside, big crip gang Northside shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.